So recently at one of my aunt's birthday parties, I made some tilapia and I was asked to share the recipe. So this is really for Aunt Mary, Aunt Brinny, anyone else who was curious about the recipe and how I made it, because I'm on a whole health kick and this is a decently healthy choice of food. So without any further ado, I'm going to show you what I do. First of all, preheat the oven to 350. Mine's in the process of being preheated now. I'm going to grab, I've got 3 tilapia fillets that I pulled out of the fridge. I've been thawing out since earlier today, so I'm just going to take these out. My hands are clean. And the first thing I'm going to do you choose your order, but the first thing I'm going to do is use paper towel to dry any fish slime, moisture, whatever that's on the surface of it. For the first one, take my glass cooking dish, and I'm using Pam. You can use whatever you want. I find a spray-on non-stick is the best thing to use. Spray a layer of that on there and lay in the first fillet. One down, 2 to go. So we're going to dry these out. Drying them out helps for the next step, because the next step is going to be to cut up some lemon and squeeze some lemon juice onto these. And the drier it is, the better it's going to absorb the lemon. Most of the time when I make something, I don't really have a set recipe. I just have an idea of some ingredients and then I kind of throw things together. But this one I made recently enough where I pretty much remember what I did. The skin's still on here. I'm going to take that off. So 3 tilapia fillets. Lay it in. Next thing I'm going to do is cut up some lemon. So it's up to you how much of a lemon you want to use. I like to drench mine because I like the taste of lemon in there. But I'll cut it in half, pick out the seeds. I use 2 lemons. These ones are pretty small lemons. Typically I'd use 1 lemon for 2, but these are really small, so I'll use 4 for 3. Well, I mean 4 halves for 3. So I just take it in my hand and squeeze it all over it, making sure not to drop any seeds all in there. So I'll squeeze these in. That actually had a lot of juice, so I'm going to alter what I said, and I'm only going to use 3 of these halves. The other one I'll put away for any that I'll make later. I'm going to be cooking this right away, but probably will come out better if what I'm doing right now you do and then you put it into the fridge and let it soak everything in. But so there's my layer of lemon. It's a decent amount of lemon. And this one I'm putting off to the side. Next thing I'm doing is taking some butter. Well, actually, I can't believe it's not butter. It is, any butter is not really technically healthy, but I can't believe it's not butter is healthier than actual butter. So here I've got roasted garlic. You can use garlic powder. This is really technically like a garlic powder, but it's a little more coarse, so you get a little bit better consistency. I'm just going to wash my hands real quick. So you get a little bit better consistency when making this. Just take some garlic powder, or in this case this is Garlic Select roasted garlic. Just put it, I'm going to guess about 2 tablespoons. Because, like I said, I don't really measure, I just make stuff and see how it comes out. Same thing with the butter. Like, I'm using a tablespoon. And that's a heaping tablespoon. I'm going to dump that in there. And I'm actually going to go in once more for another heaping tablespoon. So, if you were to level this stuff out, it'd probably be 4 tablespoons. Maybe 5, whatever. I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it in the microwave just until the butter melts. Typically about 30 seconds, and you know, the whole time while this is going on, we've got the tilapia in here soaking in all the lemon juice, so it's kind of soaking in that juice right now. Close butter, I'm done with that. You can close the garlic, I'm done with that. I like to clean up as I cook. Much easier. Alright, sounds like that's done. This smells really good. So I ended up with melted butter and garlic in there. It really just smells like what you would typically think garlic bread is going to smell like, because really it's just, the main thing is butter, garlic, and smear it all over some bread. I am making a little bit of a mess, but whatever. I'm going to stir this up so it actually becomes a mixture. You don't want all your garlic to be on the bottom and all the butter to be on top. So make it until it's like, kind of like a sauce. And the next thing we're going to do is take this and pour it over everything. We're going to pour it over top of one, top of another, and make sure it's just kind of a nice layer all over the top of everything. I may have made a little bit too much for this, but whatever. Next thing we're going to do, take some pepper, sprinkle some pepper over the top. The way I'm doing this, it looks more like a casserole, but it's really not supposed to be. I probably should have used a larger glass dish, but it's still going to come out tasting good. So sprinkle that with some pepper. The next thing I have is Red Lobster Signature Seafood Seasoning. I just saw it and decided, alright, I'll give it a try. So, same with this, we're going to sprinkle this over each one individually. Give it a fair coating. Nice and covered. The last thing we've got is parsley flakes. This is for, I guess, more for looks. I mean, I don't really taste parsley too much, but I kind of figured, you know, it dresses it up a bit. So, same thing, each one. Go over each one, and this is easier without the lid on. Just tap it. Each one of the 3. Getting a light coating of parsley. And just for a little bit of added, I guess, guess it's more for looks, but just to add a little something, I'm going to slice some lemons. Put a lemon over the top of each one, so that lemon juice will just kind of cook down into it, through all the other layers of everything that's on there. And by the way, I mean, I had half a lemon anyway. I've got more lemons. I don't need to save half of a small lemon. Alright. So that's all together. Again, in an effort to keep everything clean, putting all this other stuff out of the way. Sorry for the shaky video, but we're going to show you what this looks like now. So, here's my tilapia. Everything should be nice and juicy and creamy. Most of that is going to evaporate off because there is a lot of water in lemon juice. So, place it back down. All it's left to do now is pop it in the oven, set the timer to 30 minutes, let it cook. Set this on the center rack. Cooking time, 30 minutes, start. 30 minutes from now, I'll be having dinner. I'm just gonna freelance this a little bit. Take the camera off and show you what I got. So, just McCormick ground pepper, Red Lobster seasoning. Can't believe it's not butter. Pam. Great value parsley and my lemons. Very easy. Alright, go try it out.